there were options, but I didn't like not ever being able to sing again.
And here she is, Shania Twain.
Thank you.
You have no idea how pumped up we were when we heard you were going to stop by to say hi here on your album release day. This is quite an honor.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being had.
I love it.
Shania Twain's here. I don't know if anyone's freaking out yet.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Do you get tired of people just fawning all over you and being polite and nice and like big fans? I mean, at some point, are we overdoing it?
As if. Right? Like, yeah, okay, yeah. Shania Twain, that's my name. Don't wear it out.
Okay.
No, I don't feel that way. I feel very blessed.
And you are, I'm assuming you felt that way before you sat down and talked to us. And looking through your story, just a little few things we know about you. You've been through so many incredible journeys and some challenging journeys. Have you ever had an incredible, challenging journey in New York City? Let's talk about being in New York. Do you have any great stories about visiting New York City?
I've never actually had any challenges here. Is that a surprise?
I feel like you are incredibly blessed because the city itself is just a challenge in general. But if you have never had any, lucky you.
No, I think New York is this, to me, it's just this very organized city. I remember when I was a child, we would always go, forever in New York City, we have to be really careful because there's so much crime. No, living in northern Canada, right? We had this perception that New York was this really dangerous, scary place.
It is.
But I think at the time when I was a child, I think it was more on the news as that. But now you come to New York and I think it's a great city to visit.
Yeah, that's right.
It's our favorite.
Well, then I'm proud to say we are going to be your first challenge in New York City.
My challenge is coming. I've yet to meet the challenge.
Well, let's talk about how incredible this day is. I mean, this is like, I guess, Christmas morning for you right now. I mean, your album came out last night at midnight, Little Miss Twain. And now everyone's hearing it. Everyone's out there. I mean, people listening to this right now have already heard it. And
it's exciting.
Right?
It is. It really does feel like Christmas because there's so much built up in anticipation on my side. I'm preparing it for all this time. Being a songwriter, I put so much into it, so much thought and energy and emotion. And especially this album, Little Miss Twain, because it's so much about my life and my experiences. And so, yeah, and looking back and reflecting on my youth in general, all the way up to my late 20s till I got signed to my recording contract. So it's this huge gap that I'm now sharing through this music, and I'm just waiting with anticipation to hear what everybody thinks, and that's very exciting.
Well, who cares what they think?
Well, I do. I actually do care because I make music to share it. So, the gift for me is the feedback, and the reward is really all in how it is maybe inspired others, affected others in a positive way. That's always my intention. So I do care a lot.
Has there been a song that you didn't love as much, but the public loved it so much that you changed your mind a little bit?
Okay. Well, there's always one song. Yeah. I'm like, okay, do we really have to do that one again? No, and it's not because I don't love the song, but Any Man of Mine is such a hard song to sing.
Why?
It's such a good song.
There's so many words.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, what was I thinking cramming all of this language into every single line of the song? So, I'm trying, it's one of those ones you really have to watch your breath control. And then it gets into the chorus and it goes way up there, and there's just so many lyrics in it. And that is the thing. So live, it's very challenging.
So when you're writing a song, like we wrote the songs for this album, you're like,
right.
I'm going to have to sing this live somewhere.
Yeah. Less words.
Maybe a song with 4 words total.
No, but even, you know what? I think it is just, I do write for the flow, and I'm not thinking live, I'm going to be honest. I'm thinking more about what really works with the language, what's the phrasing. I'm thinking more about the musicality of how the words flow. And so I did it again. I mean, with Dirty Rosie, it's like the bridge has so many words. like I was raised to share my things with all my neighbors and my siblings. I work all night and day to save my nickels and my dimes, to whatever it is. But I'm just like rhyming off all these words. So that's the only part of the song where I have to really like, okay,
the
get your
lyrics are
breath.
wearing me out.
I know, right?
Well, take the song Tequila.
Right.
It's just one word.
I know.
And The Weeknd, The Weeknd. The Weeknd, he only sings 3 different notes. So I mean,
I know. I don't know what. It's just not my style. Maybe I need to maybe I need to explore a different style.
Do not do that. No.
You were talking about how this is a gap of your life that you wrote about that you had never written about before. Was there a reason you'd never written about it before?
A lot of the songs for Little Miss Twain were things that I'd been writing for many years, but they were just slowly coming in as songs that I was playing around with, never really planning them for a project or for an album. And then over time, I realized I had a collection of songs in the same theme. And I'm like, wow, I guess I've arrived at a place where I've got an album's worth of music all about this phase of my life that I had never written about before. So it happened very organically. And there were some songs that I wrote more recently, like Little Miss Twain, because I started thinking a lot more about my mother and, sad that she's not. I'm always sad that she isn't here. But there's always, pinnacle moments where we all say when there's someone that we've lost in our life that, wow, I really wish I could share that with that person. So my mother is definitely one of those people because I lost her so young. But thinking about when I lost her brings me back to that period in my life, to my 20s, to my childhood. And Little Miss Twain is all about when I started singing in bars and my mother was my manager and found my, she was the agent that found all the gigs, which were these little smoky bars.
I'm going to talk about that in a second. But and this is something for all of us to think about. So, I lost my parents years ago as well. But now it's just now in this part of my life, I understand what they stood for. So talking about my mom now is talking about now in this part of my life because I didn't recognize that till now. But your mom, I mean, you were 8 years old, right? And your mom would take you to these smoky bars to perform. And a lot of moms would go, God, I would never, ever do that with my mom. Thank God your mom did.
I know.
Did you ever, even at 8, think, I don't know, Mom, should I be here right now?
Oh, definitely. There's bittersweet emotions that I still carry about that now. And I developed stage fright because of that. It was very intimidating standing in front of adults. Of course, it was illegal to be in there underage. So what I had to do is I had to get up and sing only after last call. So last call,
wow.
Once the bar is legally closed and they lock the cabinets up, you can still load up your table with drinks and you're there. Patrons are there till 1, 2 in the morning sometimes. That's when I get up and sing. Wow. So everybody's already intoxicated. I'm singing all these adult songs, take this job and shove it, and, divorce, right? So I'm like, my role is as an entertainer is to convince everybody that I really know what I'm singing about, right? That I'm in the song, and half of them believe me, half of them don't. But I take on a lot at that age. They were really rapid fire lessons in how to be an entertainer in a place I really didn't belong. So it was awkward. But of course, listen, if my mother hadn't done that, where would my training ground have been?
But did she know you were talented? Is that why she did that? Or was this something you had wanted?
Oh, no, I did not want to be on the stage at all.
With a bunch of drunks.
Wow.
No, I'm one of these. No, I'm one of the kids. I'm one of these kids that definitely you had to drag me up there. But I loved music, so I was obsessed about music. I was dissecting every record that I loved, and I was writing and building harmonies, and I was in my room nonstop just being a songwriting nerd. So my mother would always be the one, knocking on my bedroom door saying, come on out, let me hear what you're writing, come and sing for me. And it gave her so much. She really did love my talent and the fact that I was a little singer. And she saw it as hope for us, that maybe I could make it. And she really held on to that. So I did it for her. I did the part I was afraid of doing, which was getting up on the stage. I did it for her. So it was just one of those things. I think a lot of kids do that. There's a lot of kids you hear say, "Oh, I really did not want to play, football, but I did it for my dad because he wanted me to be a football player, or they wanted me to be a lawyer, so I did it for them." And
well, you were 8 years old.
I know. How do you don't even know what you want when you're 8.
Little Miss Twain. This is a homage to her mom. This is just a little slice from the album.
Okay.
There's some intensity in that song.
Yeah, for
sure. A lot
sure.
of intensity. But, being dragged on stage as an 8-year-old versus going out on stage on your own at Wembley Stadium with Harry Styles in London, which was more frightening? or did you feel like you were home and at ease at Wembley Stadium with that huge, wonderful crowd?
Oh, yeah, very at home. I mean, at this point now in my career, I've played to so many giant audiences. It's nothing about that is intimidating to me. I've come to a point now, especially after losing my voice, where I just am grateful to be able to sing, and the stage it's something that I realized was my destiny, and I just stopped fighting destiny after a certain amount of time. But it was I was kicking and screaming though for a while there. I was that kicking, screaming kid, like, no, I don't want to swim.
God. At one point, you got rid of that in your life. I still do that every day coming into this place.
He does.
I'm like, do I have to go, Mom?
He quits once a week.
I'm done.
But speaking of losing your voice, that had to be insane at the time that you lost it in general. I mean, as a singer in general, you lose your voice. How did that reset and reframe what was going on with you?
Well, losing my voice was it was traumatic on several levels, but part of the most traumatic part was that this was an open throat surgery. It wasn't a vocal cord surgery.
So as a vocalist, that's got to be the most frightening news you got.
It was because it was a laryngeal dysfunction, and they literally put crutches in my neck.
Wow. So
they open you up with clamps, and they install crutches, and you have to be awake for the surgery.
Stop. What? Really?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, my God.
So
what were you doing?
It was traumatic.
Were you like watching a cartoon or something?
No,
what do they have you do while this is going on?
They speak to you, and the surgeons talk you through it, because you have to sing, you have to phonate, you have to. They have to see everything functioning. In order to know where to place the crutches.
Wow.
So that you get the function and the closure you need. It's really it's traumatic, right?
Did you ever look up and go, God, why are you putting me through this?
Yeah.
No, I said to myself, you have a choice. You either never sing again, or you brave through it and you find the courage and you do this. So there was no option. There were options, but I didn't like not ever being able to sing again. So I thought, okay, well, if singing again means I'll be on the stage again, I'll take it. I'm like, okay, I'm not. And
roll the dice, let's go.
I think it is the sort of thing where, listen, some people are just afraid of water, right? They don't, and so they never learn how to swim. But if someone keeps throwing you in there enough, you will eventually learn how to swim. You swim or you drown. And that's sort of how I've seen a lot of my life, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
I love this.
It's
Sink or swim.
180 from kicking and screaming onto the stage to now, open my throat up while I'm awake because I want to be able to be on stage.
Yeah,
I wanted to sing
to get back on the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, the thing is, I wanted to sing again, and now I get up there and sing with so much gratitude.
Wow.
There you go. Shania Twain is here. Her album Little Miss Twain is out. I gotta play some music from this coming up. More with Shania coming up after this. Hanging out with Shania Twain. She's wondering why we. You're asking me why we smell. So
what is this fresh air in New York City?
I know it smells like we're in a cow field.
I'm sorry.
A pasture. We had a few moments before you came in, so we ran to Central Park to take a walk, and so Gandhi took me to this nature preserve that's in there. I didn't know existed.
It's beautiful.
We got lost. We couldn't find the exit, and time was ticking. And you were on your way to the building, and we were panicking and running.
So you jumped on a cow
Basically,
and wrote it here.
So that's why we stink. But
he was so irritated. He's
I'm
like,
so
we
mad
need to
at
be
her. I'm
back
like,
10 minutes ago. I
If
said,
we
"What?"
miss Shania Twain, I'll never forgive you.
be fine.
I hate you. Today's the day Little Miss Twain is out. We're celebrating, of course, that with Shania Twain. You were talking earlier about your throat surgery.
Yeah.
And you had to come to the grips with a chance that your voice may never be the same, and you'd have to be a little different. You see, to us, it still sounds like Shania. So I don't know.
I'm so happy it does.
It does to us.
It does. It's just I have more, vocal fry, and there's more air sometimes. I do have to sing some of my classic stuff in different placements. Maybe where I would have a falsetto, I need to do it in full voice now. The breaks are in different places. But I embrace it. It's just a fun, I've taken it like this. I have a different voice to a degree or instrument, and I'm learning how to use it. And it's fun, and it's an exploration, and yeah, a lot of it was an
Vocal fry is
experiment.
very in.
Vocal fry is very in.
But what was the recovery on this? Like, how do you retrain your voice to kind of get back to where it was?
Okay, so I couldn't speak for 3 weeks. You're not allowed to speak for 3 weeks, or no solids or anything like that. You really have to baby it. And so when the doctor says, "Okay, today's the day you can make some sounds," first thing I said was just and it was such a good
Was it weird hearing? Was it weird hearing yourself make a noise?
It was so beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, it's there. I have it. It was such a fabulous feeling, and I was excited. So getting back into vocalizing was really the easy part. It was the part of trying to vocalize before the surgery that was so challenging.
Wow. And so this all came from Lyme disease.
Lyme disease, yeah. Lyme disease can affect different parts of the body. The nerves is definitely one of those sadly targeted areas, and the nerves in my larynx were damaged.
I got to get to something kind of weird from a radio point of view. Back in the day when That Don't Impress Me Much came out, I received one of these. You went into a studio, and I think they took out Brad Pitt. And you had to say the name of all.
She wasn't impressed.
You actually had to say the name of all these radio DJs.
Oh, right.
And say Elvis Duran. That don't impress me much. And I still have that copy at home.
Did that hurt you?
Well, no. You know what hurt me? All the other DJs on the station had one too. I'm like, well I thought this was just special for me. She did it for everyone. Damn it. Damn you, Shania. I wanted this is me. You had to read Rick Dees and Ryan Seacrest and there's all stupid names in this business. Like
Turd.
Marty the One Man Party. There's
Right.
a radio guy named
Like
Turd.
all the other names are stupid.
You had to read all these.
Shania.
That was Trent's a very nice name. So, I mean, as far as traveling around and promoting what you do, for instance, now the album is out, you're having to go around and do these interviews with crazy people.
No, being able to talk about the music is really, wonderful. It's beautiful. It was such a long work, effort. And so, to be able to talk about it and, answer questions about it is a pleasure, really.
When you are talking about the music and you think about, like, obviously you lost your voice and there was a chance you wouldn't get it back, right? That was a very real
Absolutely,
possibility.
that was the
so
risk.
You think about that. What was your plan B?
Okay, plan B was a very positive one.
Okay.
I'd already prepared for this because I already couldn't do live performing before the surgery. And I'd already realized that, okay, if you never sing again, because I was never going to sing again if I couldn't sing with control. I wasn't going to force, I was just going to write more music. Writing is really my greatest love. So I would have been writing for everything under the sun. I would have found all kinds of writing projects and dug into the songwriting.
Okay.
And I would have had such great joy just going to the Grammys, watching someone else sing my songs. And I would have been incredibly proud. So I don't need to be the singer of my own music. Am I happy that I can be? Of course. Yeah. But I wasn't going to stop at that. It wasn't going to be the end of my music love. What I love about music.
Is there someone that you want to write for desperately that you would love to perform one of your songs?
Well, I wrote this. I wrote From This Moment On, that song for Celine Dion. That never happened. I ended up recording it myself. It became a big hit. I would love another English record by Celine Dion, and I want to write for her. So let's see what happens.
Ooh, I love that.
Wouldn't you love a comeback album by Celine Dion? Yeah.
That would be great. I love Shania, and that became a hit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know that's all.
Just in case you didn't know.
By the way, so it was this month that Faded Blue Jeans came out. I'm going to play that in a few minutes. But there's another song I wanted to play today. Stranger Things. Is that what I want to play? Dirty Rosie? No. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna find something.
Dirty. Yeah.
Stranger
Things is the one all about the Northern Lights and
right. Or
Klondike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you request the song.
Oh.
It's gonna be an all request hour with Shania.
Oh.
Do you have a favorite on the album?
Rock Stars is my favorite song.
Why?
Because it's all about a moment in time that is very frozen, sort of these frozen, beautiful moments in your life when you're young and you think no one's ever going to get old and everything's always going to stay like this forever. And it's that oblivious youth that is frozen in time in the song. So, and for me, rock stars never die, they just live on forever.
Oh, I love that. I like hearing the behind the music about what the song's actually about.
And that's what that's about. It's like rock stars never die, man.
Wow. Speaking of your youth, since you just said youth, you grow up in the industry, there's no social media, right?
Right.
But now, you have millions of followers on social media. And obviously, we all have to deal with what people say. If you had to go back and tell young Shania how to deal with social media today, what would you do? What would you say? I saw your eyes go wide.
I know. It is difficult. It's difficult to navigate because the negativity is so excessive and in your face. So you have to manage that. I would just tell Little Miss Twain, just stick with the good. Stick with the good. Do not get distracted by negativity.
Maybe I'll start doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
We all need to do that.
Just don't read the comments.
There's a bunch of a-holes out there.
No, you just can't let it. You just can't let that happen. You got to. You have to manage that yourself. That's up to you.
Let's go back to Wembley Stadium with you and Harry Styles. How did that come about? Because you know what, when I was first told that you were doing that, I mean, how many shows? 12
shows.
12 shows with Harry, Wembley Stadium. I'm thinking, okay, and I thought about it. I went, okay, I totally get that.
I think we were just a great team for the summer, and it was his idea. He, reaches out, but he had reached out before. For the Coachella performance. I was a guest there. He called me up and said, would you consider coming and doing a couple of songs? I'm doing Coachella this summer. And so I did that. It was a very casual request. I had no idea it was going to be such an epic thing. And it was just really wonderful. We even looked like we had matching outfits, which we had no idea what each other was wearing.
Did Harry match you or did you match Harry?
No, we had no idea what each other was going to wear. So we're just we have these compatible parallels in our lives. His mother raised him a lot on my music, and I think he is sincere about saying that he was influenced by me when he was a kid. He grew up with it. And his mother's a huge fan. Both his parents are. He says, would you call my mom and wish her happy birthday one time? And I did that, and that was very sweet. And just because I love the fact that he still has his mother around through all his success, it's so important. And then, one thing led to another, and he just casually asks again, do you want to come and do, I'd like to invite you to be my special guest this summer for 12 shows. So it was an honor, and I was pleased to do it. I had a lot of fun, and our audiences really do intertwine. They intertwain.
Yeah, we see what you did there. And I love hearing that because a lot of people in this business...
Let's intertwain, everybody.
So many people in this business think, well, you can only do this, you can only do that, you can only do it for this age group, you can only do it for that age group. Well, that's BS, and we all know that.
Yeah.
And that's why I know that our audience loves you, the people who are older in our audience, people who are younger audience discovering you. That Wembley concert, 12 concerts series, that was brilliant. I love that. I got to play some music from the album.
All right. I love it.
But before I do that, writing your songs, what is different now in writing a song than it was for your last album? I mean, or the album before that. You write differently.
Yeah.
And it comes from a different place. How does your process work?
My writing, well, not the writing. The albums themselves are phases. The writing is always ongoing, so it's I'm always writing something, and for different reasons, but not necessarily for a project. Once I've got a collection of songs going, it starts to take shape of what, where there's a theme somewhere going on. That's maybe a recurring theme that I keep revisiting, and I realize, wow, this is a phase I'm in right now. These are the songs that really work for that, and that's how I do it. It's like a process of elimination, and just focusing on, okay, where are you at right now? What is really authentic to the moment now that you want to say? And so Little Miss Twain is very much focused on my reflection of a period of my life that nobody really knows anything about, that I've kind of not neglected, but I just didn't even think of that anybody would even relate to it, because it's so much about my own environment growing up and my own experiences about rolling in the grass with my boyfriend and my ripped, faded blue jeans.
Is this therapeutic for you?
Oh, it's more than therapeutic. It really gives me a sense of, I smile when I look back on it, and I feel very lighthearted. So it's very freeing. It's very liberating.
God, I'd love to rip my jeans and roll around in the grass with your boyfriend right now. This is what you've done to us, Shania. Okay, of course, Little Miss Twain is out. Today is the day. Is Shania Twain Day. Okay, I'm going to play a song. I can do Faded Blue Jeans or Stranger Things. I can do both. What do you want to hear right now?
Well, let's hear Faded Blue Jeans, because, I don't know. Stranger Things is also, they're also like...
Well, let's do both then.
Do both.
Okay. Yeah. When in doubt, do both. Shania Twain.
Yeah.